stack the papers and we discuss the things, the important stuff, because there's like a commercial going. Oh, we're live! Woo. Welcome to our live stream. Once again, it is Dark Winter. See, that's when the spooky music would play, or the screams, or the screams would happen. You know, like the screams of the zombie children being tortured by the Krampus. That's when that would happen.
Or when somebody like presses all the keys on his pipe organ to make
a Dark Winter. See, that's when it would happen. Right then, that's when it would happen. So, but it doesn't happen. No.
Still trying to figure out your accent. What that's supposed to be.
Well, it's like it's like the spook. So everyone knows that sort of vaguely, Eastern European, like Transylvanian accent. Dark Winter is supposed to be spooky, right? That equates with spooky, right?
Yep.
So very, very spooky. All right. So welcome to our weekly live stream. I am Starlong, also known as Dark Star. Chaos. See, I've got a little chaos thing going. And this is Chris Spears.
Greetings. I am the Lord of... I haven't figured that out yet.
Balance. You're balanced,
I
right?
know I'm balanced.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with a better storyline there.
Atos is also... Sure.
And my wife made me promise to never eat on stream again. Apparently she thinks it's horrible.
But you're doing it. But you're still doing it.
So I was really sick for about a week and lost more than a week of the release, unfortunately. So whatever your favorite feature was you're looking forward to that I promised was going to get done, it's not getting done.
Oh yeah, he was super sick. And he still continues.
And I'm still coughing up crap and blowing my nose. And
so I'm super excited to be on a live stream with
bacterial
him.
Bronchitis. It was totally fine. It's not contagious, but I'm going to be sitting here eating oranges.
Great. I know we're all very excited by that. All right. So here we are. We're still in release 61. I know. Still in release 61. The longest release ever. It's so because we knew how much everyone loved this release, we decided to make it the longest release ever. You're welcome. And now the good news is it's full of great stuff, like the Krampus, who is continues to be, I think, my favorite boss because we take like a Christmas legend of Santa. The jolly old elf, but instead of
elf?
Isn't that what they say? Like the jolly old elf, like they call him a jolly old elf. But where he like brings people presents. If you're good, you get presents. If you're bad, you get coal. And then, but the Krampus, if you're bad, you get put in a sack and beaten with a stick. And we of course took that to its logical conclusion, very logical conclusion that. If you're put in a sack and beaten with a stick, you turn into a zombie, right? I mean, that's what would happen. And so Krampus is defended by a army of zombie children, zombie sack children to be precise, right? I mean, that's what because they were beaten in a sack. So
maybe they're not actually zombies and they've just abused children who
have
they're serious zombies. Problems that need your help.
They're zombies. They're absolutely zombies because then they're monsters. So I think it's my favorite monster. Anyway, Dark Winter. And so, and we're giving out prizes like we do every week. And if you want a prize, how many ways can people qualify to win a prize, Chris?
3?
2. It's the magic number. Actually, 3. But 2. One way you can qualify to win a prize is to make a purchase in the store. But no purchase required because that is the law. You can be in game chat and you can type, "It's cold outside." We should have changed that. We should have made it Dark Winter. But no, it's cold outside. Too late. It's cold outside.
By the way, on the Krampus
we could swap it up. We could swap it up next week. Next week we're going to make it Dark Winter.
Since we're already so far off track, On the Krampus thing, someone said something that reminded me of a good thing. The Krampus has that crazy tongue. We should do like an emote where you do like Krampus tongue, and it does like that crazy tongue sticks out. What do you think?
That would not get abused in any way. People would not do terrible things with that at all. So, not
let
sure
them role play, Star. Let them role play.
All right. So, if you type in game chat, not here in the Twitch and not in the Discord in this, if you type in the game, it's cold outside. You don't even need an apostrophe. We're saving you an extra keystroke. I mean, if you want to put it in there, you can. But you don't need it.
Accurate.
If you type it's cold outside, even though it's not grammatically accurate, I know you can leave out the apostrophe. Then you're eligible for a prize. We're giving out 2 drawings, one at 4:15, one at 4:45, and we're giving out all sorts of winter themed stuff. And if you make but again, no purchase required, but if you do make a purchase, then you're helping us work towards our stretch goals, which again, since it's the longest release ever, we're making all sorts of stretch goals. So so basically everyone who makes a purchase over the weekends of this release, or if you participate in our awards program, which gets you crowns at a great rate and also automatically gets you the stretch goals, you'll get these stretch goals. And basically what it means is for as little as $5, you get a whole bunch of stuff. And so far, that means that everyone who's made that purchase gets Black Ice Wings, Black Ice Building Block Set, Haunted Snowman Mask, Black Ice Bow, Black Ice Sword, Haunted Snow Family, Black Ice Staff, Black Ice Wand, Haunted Yule Tree Set, Icy Dungeon Room with Fishing Spot, Dark Leather and Fur Yule Outfit, and the Krampus Mask, and a Black Ice Shield. And right now, we're working our way towards the Haunted Sleigh and Black Ice Elemental statue. Very exciting. And if it's anything like last weekend, we're going to hit that too. Super exciting. You can see how excited Chris is.
I'm excited.
I mean, he is. I mean, this is super. I mean, look at him. He is like just bouncing up and down because it's so exciting.
This may be the second or third stream. I guess I wasn't in for last one. The third stream, 2 streams ago, when I was on, I was also up at 2 a.m. Now I'm up 2 a.m. for a different reason, which is the stupid bronchitis. There's steroids that I've been on that have basically been making me not sleep at all. But I can breathe.
He can breathe. He is alive. Well, maybe. He may be a zombie.
If I do anything dumber than normal, that is why.
My current theory is that he's a zombie, so he's not really alive. That's okay. Zombies can, zombies don't need to be alive, and they can work harder. So, I think it's a win-win, personally.
They need the emotion. Zombies have no.
Well. All right. So we made a couple of big announcements. Last live stream, we made a couple of big announcements. Those are, and we made them official posts in the forums this week, and they're included in our weekly update. And one of those is we made a change to one of our pledge rewards. That's now going to be a custom heraldry paver for the Dukes and a custom throne dungeon room for the Dukes. That was going to be the Lord Forged item, but we got a lot of feedback.
Obviously, great feedback. Since you completely changed it.
Feedback on that, so we changed that.
Why do I want crap from those guys?
A more unique and rare item that only the Dukes are going to get. We also announced a set of exclusive bundles that are for episode 2, the Lord of the Isle. And again, we got some great feedback from you guys, so we modified those so that the lot deed that you get with it is tax-free if you place it inside a player-owned town. It's a castle-sized lot deed. If you place it outside of player-owned town, it's tax-free for up to a year. And there's also going to be a unique castle that goes with that. It may have some similarities to the castle that you see in. Well, should I spoil? No.
I think I've already told people.
What? You already told people?
Hey guys, what do you think about doing this thing? Everybody said, "Yeah, Chris, that sounds great. You guys should do that."
Don't lawyer us, but it may have some visual similarities in the castle that you see in Britain. Not exactly that castle, because that's Lady British's castle, but Arabella. But it will have
It will
some
be in the
striking
same.
similarities to that one.
What we will tell you is it will be in the same style. It will be similar in scale, and it will basically be the first house that would not fit on a city lot. That was kind of one of those things we did all
It's
along.
going to be really big.
So it'll be extra large. We'll make sure that it has
Yeah.
rooms. In fact, if you want to be one of the first couple of Lord of the Isles, we will gladly work directly with you to come up, let you give feedback on it.
All
cool.
right.
Sorry, didn't punch me there. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Well, you could use your 1 hour one-on-one with Chris for design discussion for that kind of discussion. No guarantees, though. Don't lawyer us, bro. All right. So those there's only 24 of those, and we may have already sold a couple of those, but we're not revealing the people who have purchased those, but been a couple already sold of those. We also announced 2 weeks ago, but we were continuing to confirm that we're working steadily on the in-game store improvements. Some of those are going to go live this release, and then some of them are going live in next release. And our release 60, and speaking of next release, release 62 went on QA yesterday. So if you would please help us test out the latest release. And there's all sorts of cool, rare stuff that you can get, including the awesome Corpion chair, which is like a big Scorpion. That is one of the rare things that you can get as a prize for. Hey, and Release 62 has all sorts of cool stuff in it, including backslot items that can be enchanted and masterworked. That's cloaks and wings and quivers and backpacks. So backpacks modify strength and carry capacity. Cloaks modify defense and attack speed. Wings modify dexterity and move rate. And quivers modify dexterity and ammo recovery. And in the process of doing that, B Cotton modified 97 cloaks, 12 wings, 3 backpacks, and 2 quivers. So
and a partridge and a pantry.
Yeah, like almost 150 items in the game updated to work with the new backslot.
And it came up with some new stuff, new features.
Yeah, very cool. Also, at the request of players, masks can now be used as patterns for helms, and 61 mask items got updated so that they would 21 7 cloth and 34 leather helm patterns, new helm patterns based on our masks. Those got updated. Also, now we discussed this last week, and it's actually the task for that is basically 90% complete. We have now moved where players get housing in the game. So you now get a row lot deed for finishing the quest in the outskirts, and you get a village lot deed for the completing the story. So that's pretty exciting. Also,
people, one things they're talking about on here is I'm trying to reply to them. Because people are asking about pets. So pet rebalance, some of that did happen. The elementals are already live on QA, the rebalance for them. So these were rebalancing. The only thing that is rebalanced for them right now is if you are specialized in them. The other ones will be getting rebalanced. The non-elemental ones will be getting a rebalance that will be going in. I'm nearly done with that. I'm just trying to make sure they don't suck too bad. Another thing I found as I was going through there was you guys may not know how this stuff works, but the elementals are supposed to level up different stats based on your skill and your adventure level and that type of stuff. So I was looking at the demon and like, what can I do to make the demon cooler? And I noticed one of his things was he had like I forget what it was, but like something else lame. And then the third one was jump strength. So the demon could get like 300 points of jump strength. So, anyways, the short version is when it was created, it was set. The demon was set to level up his jump strength, not his strength, when he gets more powerful. So, if you've been thinking the demon was like, "Wow, this thing is pathetic," that's why, because the demon was getting better and better at jumping, rather than actually getting stronger and more health as he leveled up. So, anyways, that'll be fixed here. I think that may be fixed on QA already, but I'll make sure it's on there, and I'm also going to give him some more love as well.
But so we were just giving him basically
he doesn't really do anything. Actually jump.
He doesn't have a jump,
and that is because we have like 289 stats or whatever, so we have a field that you can start typing. If you start typing strength, it shows you things that have that word in it in alphabetical order. Guess what? Jump strength comes before strength. Oops. So I'm sure whoever set that.
All right.
Definitely not
now
me.
Going to be fixed.
Now going to be fixed.
All right. So I saw a question go by. People were asking, well, what if I've already finished those quests? Those of you who've been around for a little while know that when we add new rewards to quests, we always add a keyword associated with that reward where you can go back to that quest and just use that keyword like lot deed. That's what we did when we added the lot deed at the end of the storyline. So all you have to do is go back to the outskirts. And again, all this will be in the instructions. Don't worry about it. You'll be able to go back to the outskirts, the final quest person, and varies per outskirts. So I'm not going to details here. And it'll just be able to say lot deed, claim that reward if you complete. Valentine items, more player dungeon rooms, which Basscore Poor Travis is going to come in and show you guys some of the natural cavern dungeon rooms that he's been working on, R58 and R59 live stream items, and hopefully a few more things coming as well. But that's stuff that's already live in release 62 QA.
And we may have some other dungeon rooms going live. This is actually a funny story because Travis can be fairly critical of other people's art content. Even when I make stuff, he's fairly critical of the visuals of my stuff. So, of course, I told him he was already dreading the fact that I told players, yeah, send us dungeon rooms if you want to. And if they're decent at all, we'll get them in there. He actually looked at the first couple, and he showed me one like from Wooftum. Thank you very much, Wooftum. You're probably not watching because it's like 2 a.m. or something there. But he was like, I'm surprised. It's actually pretty good. So, anyways, some of those will actually start filtering in that we'll add as drops in places, probably. So, more dungeon rooms.
Great.
Some from players. And I know Artemis is starting up the dungeon creation again.
Cool. And Chaos just gave us...
Can you read it? Just let them read it to themselves.
Yeah, so here you guys can just read the answer. All right. First, New Zor Grand gets the Winter Pattern Glass Floor Lamp 3-pack. Ijondas gets the Replenishing Aerial Palm Blue Fish Combo Fireworks. Silent Violent gets the 2018 Snowman Mask with Mustache. The mustache was modeled after my amazing mustache. By the way, thank you, Twitch, for mentioning that I was breaking up. The microphone was actually all the way over on Chris's side. We had not placed it on the center, so hopefully I'm sounding better now. Okay. Sean McGallbreath gets the 2018 Menorah. Althea Hanali gets the 2018 Yule Gift Box set. And Torhilda Thorsmaid, that is a very Viking name. Torhilda Thorsmaid gets the 2018 Winter Rares Mega Set. Congratulations, prize winners. And we will have one more drawing for prizes. How many ways can people be eligible to win a prize, Chris?
2.5.
How many ways can people be?
Two.
That's correct. 2 ways you can be eligible for a prize. You can log in, you can log into the game and in chat type "It's cold outside" with or without an apostrophe. We don't care. We'll save you the keystroke. Or you can make a purchase in the store. Both will get you eligible for a prize. So, Release 62 going to be awesome, and there's even more coming up in the rest of Q1. If you haven't read the Q1 post, there's all sorts of great stuff. We've got a new pole arm type coming up, which is the pronged weapon, which includes pitchforks and tridents. We're going to have Grandmaster only effects. These are effects in crafting that only appear as options once you reach Grandmaster level. Fertilizer that you can use in agriculture to do things like grow. Remember in one of the live streams we showed off those giant pumpkins? So that's one of the things that you'll be able to do with fertilizer. More pet balance stuff, although I think we're going to get most of that done this release, but
yes.
We'll see how far we get this release. Some may go into the next release. Envy Angel, which is our next seasonal boss, which is going to be fun. We're doing more stuff with the nearby power, but instead of minions, the fun thing we're doing with the Envy Angel is it's kind of it's pseudo Valentine themes, although she's going live after Valentine's, but that's kind of the joke is like, it's after Valentine's, like missed Valentine's. But her nearby power, she's powered up by all these Valentine's cards that are scattered around the scene that you have to burn up. But they're Valentine's cards that she wrote to herself. And then the other boss power that we're trying to get in for her is this one that we wanted for a while actually, which is when anyone uses heals near her, that actually heals her.
I just want to say, how are you surviving that hat? I'm like about to start dripping sweat.
It's very warm. It is very, very warm. It is very warm in this office. So one of the things that we discovered when we moved into this new office, the room that we use to stream is the least ventilated room in our entire office. And so it gets warmer and warmer and warmer in this office as the stream goes on. So if you see us pass out, especially me with the but I have to look the part. I have to look the Dark Winter part. See, that's when that scary music or scary sound would happen. Dark Winter. Da-da-da. No, doesn't happen. All right. Other things that are coming up: Easter items, first episode 2 areas, player dungeon, creature spawning. All that's going to happen in Q1. So by the time we get to March, like amazing. Oh, and all the ongoing store improvements that we're doing. So game's going to be amazing by Q1, but then by the end of the year, it's going to be crazy amazing because we've got crafting specialization where you're able to choose your own effect, more loot improvements, being able to upgrade your town inside the game with grounds, the ability to have a row lot with no house on it. So if you want, those of you who wanted to be doing agriculture on your row lot, that's going to be possible finally. Or a smaller house than a row house. There's going to be, and then hopefully by the end of the year, we're targeting for episode 2, and that includes a full revamp of our journal and quest system, theater system, treasure hunting with treasure maps, item affinity and reputation, where you'll be able to level up your items, and so they'll have like a title and a reputation. So you kill 100 skeletons, and then it gets like Skeleton Slayer, and it gets a bonus against skeletons, and that's on the item itself. So then you could trade that with other players, and so there'll be a whole economy associated with that. Taming expansions, so being able to level up your pets and level up the skills of your pets. Having the current thinking is that there's actually going to be a pet skills bar, so you'll be able to control the skills that your pets are using. and more expansions for player design quests and dungeons and things like that. So expanding how the permissions work for containers and doors and player controlled NPCs. So lots and lots of cool stuff coming up in 2019. And in the nearer term, we've got Release 62. Like I mentioned, it's on QA right now. If you want to see what's coming up soon, please come test it. You'll get all sorts of cool rewards, including insect paintings, the cool Corpion chair possibly, and all that's going to go live at the end of the month on January 31st with Release 62. Right after that, like literally the next day, we're having our live stream on February 1st.
My fault.
Because he's going out of town, and then which we'll announce probably fairly soon with what that's going to be. We'll have to pick a theme, and it won't be Dark Winter. See, that's when the
yeah, we gotta pick a theme.
Music.
I'll watch chat here. Players always want to give us good themes.
By the way, watching the threads, and Travis, maybe you can get Travis to talk about it, but Travis started that thread of like existing items in the game that can be player decos. Right after he finishes the Duke Dungeon Throne Room, he's going to start cranking down on that list of those deco items. So thank you for everyone who's been contributing to that thread. So now we're going to answer a couple of questions, and then we're going to get Travis to show off the new cool dungeon pieces.
I have one thing before that, which I saw some people asking about the data center, and also in terms of things that are destroying my life and sucking away my soul and my time. So for those who hadn't heard, the data center we have been using for the past 2-3 years, was closing down. Believe it or not, we do not keep the servers in a closet at the office. So don't think you can come burn down the office and destroy the servers. We actually keep them in a safe center that has security and the air conditioner, very 2001-ish. We actually have moved to a new data center. We have not finished moving the servers. We do have the center set up, some servers set up. We're testing all that right now. But it's even more 2001-ish. To get in, you have to thumbprint or fingerprint and then type in codes, not once, not twice, 5 times to get into the center. And there's actually one of the places where you step in and you have to do a punch thing. There's a glass circle door and you step into it and it closes on the other one. And then you have to do the punch pad inside there, and then the other glass door opens up. And my theory is that fills with the poisonous gas if you fail the second one. So
nice.
But anyways, it's all going smoothly. We've already tested it. Crazy good. It's actually better connection. We've actually been seeing some connection issues from the current one because when they were acquired, which is why they're moving us out, they changed some routing, which has caused some packet loss. So this will also be addressing that issue. Everything to the new data center seems to be much cleaner and better bandwidth and better everything. So you say, why are you taking my stuff, Star?
So Travis can actually
pile of orange ring. Call them orange zombies.
All right. So while Travis is getting set up, let's answer a couple of questions. Let's see.
Oh yeah, lots of those.
All right. Gonna scroll down.
Let's see. What does Monster Con color indicate? The monster is easier to hit. So really it just indicates the relative difficulty of the creature to you. I would not trust it too much. Generally, players, things, you can kill stuff that is even a higher con to you. We are not World of Warcraft. Why am I looking at that screen? We are not World of Warcraft where we, if you're plus or minus 3 levels, more than 3 levels above or below, then the creature is useless to it or to you. But generally players can handle stuff that even is a high con to you. But that is just the comparable level. It used to be more important because we used to make it really tough for you to hit stuff if it was 20 levels higher than you. But that's no longer a thing. Let's see. Since performance is increased enough to allow rollout, could we remove the window shutters on houses completely so you can see at them? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think is there glass behind them?
Well, they're part of the prefab, so how would
Yeah, but we can. So half of those are set up so you can open them. So the thing is, they wouldn't remember being opened once you leave the town and come back. But you could open them temporarily, or I guess they want to remove them, not open them. But yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, that'd be a bit tougher to figure out a way to leave them open or allow some people to turn them off, but not others. Let's see. Will we be able to eventually buy upgrade tax-free lots from the new in-game Crown Shop interface? You should be able to. We actually were thinking about putting out a patch today. I think it's going to slip till Monday, which also means we'll probably keep the Crown sale on a little longer. Although you should go buy stuff now. Don't wait. But anyways, we'll keep the Crown sale on until like Tuesday. But we'll have in-game the first pass of the lot upgrade. So for the first version, we started to get all the versions in where like you can upgrade from this to that, and you can upgrade to this, and you can upgrade the size, you can upgrade the pay to upgrade the tax status, or you can pay to upgrade the water or pot versus to water. So we actually, for simplicity, because we were ending up with this giant matrix of upgrade potential, we for this first version, it's just going to be you can upgrade a lot in basically in a vertical. So you can increase the size. You can upgrade from a row to a village, and a village to a town, and a town to a city, and a city to a keep. And you can do that all in game. It'll be through the deed. You can actually basically pick up the lot, store the house or whatever, pick up the lot, and you'll be able to upgrade the deed and move to a new spot if you want. That'll go live Monday. Should go live Monday. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm. So this is a new dungeon style.
You only see half your head, man.
This is look at the screen. This is a new dungeon style that is just called the natural cave style. So the hallways, I'm working on a fancier version of the hallway that'll be the version B, but you guys have seen these around the game. A lot of people requested like, why can't we just have some natural caves? So I just fitted those up with the system, and then I made some cooler rooms so you can attach them. So this is a ancient hallway straight, and then this is the transition piece comes with it. And so I'm just gonna take you on a quick tour of some of the rooms. So there's this little room with these fumaroles, and then all these floors that are flat that you see, and most of the ceilings have deco surfaces, so you can hang out in here and put mine carts and tables or beds if you want, whatever you want. Yeah, all the rooms that have these flat floors, deco surfaces, and then each of the intersections comes with just so it's not completely black. The intersections comes with a built-in light. But yeah, it's a kind of style, natural columns and flow stones and things like that. Different version of that one. There's just one entrance. Put your bed in here if you want, or your crazy alchemy lab, or whatever people want to do. Got a little lost. Set up minutes.
Okay, well, you find your way around. Someone's asking what the upgrade price. The upgrade prices should be roughly the difference in cost on things. When we get around to, if we get around to making it so you can switch from pot tax to pot taxed free, and you can pay to upgrade that, you won't be able to upgrade to a place anywhere tax free because those are sacred. But the pot tax free. Those will basically be roughly, you'll have to pay what equates to 2 years of rent. But I should point out that rent for most of the deeds, or most of the lot types, will be going down somewhat, more at the higher levels than the lower ones. Row lots will remain the same. But like village lots will drop from 1,000 to 500 gold per day. And town lots, I think, are maybe 500 and 1,000, and then forget it, maybe 2,000 for a city, and then 3,500, something like that. But anyways, they're going to be significantly lower. Trying to, again, it felt too punitive, like, hey, you got a great city lot, and too bad it's going to bankrupt you to try to keep that thing in business. So it'll now be cut basically in half from what it was last release. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that. And also, that's what, like, we didn't want to discourage people from upgrading and making cooler spaces.
So I threw some lights in here just in the editor because I didn't have a lot of time. So some of these rooms, this is not the final lighting yet. I need to tweak some of these LODs. That's way too soon. So, but you get the general idea. So you'll be able to put your own lamps and your own chandeliers and light it however you want. So some of these rooms that have like mysterious light emanating from them, that was just because I didn't come in and deco the actual room. And this is my favorite room. Little fishing grotto spot. And you can deco on this little platform.
Love those walls. Where'd you get those walls? Those are amazing.
Oh yeah, this is a new set of rocks that I've been really itching to play with, but I've been kind of in dungeons, and I have a scene that's like a new adventure level that I've been using them, but I just kind of snuck them in because I really like the rocks. And
oh yeah, we know. I was gonna say that you've been talking about the rocks so much.
Yeah, I know you.
Expect you to take it out to dinner and buy a drink.
Yeah, I didn't model these. I bought them and converted them to Unity because they were just really on my wish file. So. One thing, of sound that we got working, Bobby helped me with, is a reverb probe. So if you own this room and come in and like do anything that makes sound, especially what do you call it? Play instruments, it'll have some reverb, and then there's some drips and stuff. I do like the concept. Yeah, that's something awesome. I want to add to some of the other. I want to go back to the brown marble foyer and make that's kind of like a big ballroom and add a reverb probe to that. So. Yeah, that was just kind of a quick and dirty tour of the new cave kit. So if you see it on the store, I know this is what you'll be getting. And I did start. A lot of people asked, and I started in Hometown. I'm by no means finished putting all the available possible sets in a dungeon in Hometown. If you go to Hometown and from the docks, run up the ramp and go through the gate, and immediately on the right there's a book pedestal, and that's a dungeon that I'm making what would you call it, a dungeon style demo showroom, whatever, and then it'll just have all the different styles represented and labeled, like this room is this room. So when these cave rooms are added to the live build, I'll include these also in the demo so people can run around them before they.
And where's that going to be?
In Hometown, which is where we show examples of houses for people who don't know. Great. So you can just run around and see all the styles. So right up the ramp from the dock, it's there now. I just don't. The caves aren't in. So right now there's a few styles represented. Awesome. So you can go preview them before you buy them, or just get ideas and like that. So.
Great. They're telling me I need to cough away from the mic.
Yeah, you're sitting right next to the mic and cough.
Yeah, and if you also want to go check out a not cool looking but challenging maze dungeon, you can go check out my dungeon in Ordinance Mortis. It's still open. You can go down there and see how long it'll take you to get from the maze. If you go in the front, the door off to the right, there's a passageway. Go through that, and you got to find your way out to the passageway on the other side. I think the record time is about 20 minutes to get through it the first time around.
All right. Thanks, Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know how you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to scroll back this way. So, question from Twitch, Sharindia. Oh, you just scrolled past what I was trying to see.
I was mouse wheeling over there.
Yeah, I know. Sharindia asks, I've done all 3 outskirts. How many of them do you need to finish to get the roadie? Just 1. So you need to have only finished 1 of the outskirts to get a row lot deed. But you only get 1 row lot deed. So you can't go get 3 row lot deeds from 3 different outskirts. Here, can you read it on there? No?
I could.
Okay, that would be good. So then I can get it on Twitch. Then I can get stuff from Twitch. Okay.
All right, I'll answer stuff over here.
All right. I got another one here. It's from Antrax Artec. Any chance to give the players the ability to hide wands for aesthetic and RP purposes? Many players would like to cast spells from their hands. Well, actually, one of the things Chris and I have been talking about is making some other objects like wands that are things for casters, but don't look like wands. So things like books, for instance, that you could hold in your hands that would give similar bonuses like wands. So that's one thing we're talking about. So maybe not empty hand, but something like that.
I think we need to have one that looks like a cell phone. People run around with a cell phone.
But then they would need to have their head down like this,
yeah,
and not actually looking where they're going.
See, this was actually
but then you would
test because I was
have,
waiting to see if you're going to say that's stupid, Chris, and then I was going to come back with you're the guy that put fish heads in the game.
Yeah, see, it didn't work. See, I didn't fall for it. And then they could get a debuff on their like either movement or their like targeting because they weren't looking where they were going.
I like your thing when we just have it constantly force the camera down.
Force it, or like you couldn't actually. Oh yeah, that would be the thing. Yeah. It's like force the camera down. Yeah, that would be hilarious. All right.
Nick says, now that we have dungeons going downwards, can we do a reverse and build a castle or a big house going upwards, i.e. castle rooms, hallway packs? That is one of the things that I am continuing to experiment with. For those who played the dungeons, there's a lot of the same stuff that goes into those, where we're basically just, you set some connections, and all you gotta do is manage the connections for attaching castle pieces and building out a castle. So that is one of those things that I'm kind of messing around with. That has been I think I might have mentioned it before in the streams, that the place I would like to use it first is for the castle sieges and the castle defense type stuff, and making that one of the mechanics that goes into it. And if you want that type of stuff, you need to hope I don't get sick anymore. I'm tired of being sick.
Jimbo Jenkins asks, what Grandmaster effects will be added to furniture? What will Masterworking add to the furniture side of carpentry? We don't actually have any plans yet in the near term for Grandmaster or Masterworking or enchanting effects to furniture. Although we have talked about it. And so we have talked about giving you some sort of we've talked about things like similar to like sort of the blessings you get from the play your own town. I'm blanking on the name. God, I cannot believe I'm blanking on
blessings. What
the fountain? What do we call them?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Right. Because you're blanking on it too, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, something similar.
They're going to tell us in about 5 seconds.
Well, no, it's because I've scrolled up.
Okay, we'll never see that.
The town blessings.
Yeah.
So the devotionals. Thank you, Aline Dragonfire. The devotionals. So similar to the devotionals, but it would require you to do things like lie down to bed or sit in a chair or sit at a table for a certain amount of time, and then you would get some sort of long-lasting buff. So that is one of the things we've talked about as something you could get for furniture. But the idea that you'd have to sit on a couch or sit in a chair or something like that to get buff baths. Maginal in Twitch chat says buff baths. Yes, exactly. So you have to soak in a nice long bath, and then you get a nice, really long buff. So something like that.
Relaxed reduces fizzle chance buff.
Perfect. Yes, exactly.
I was thinking we need to have it so when you sit in the chair that it just increases your focus and health regen when you're in the chair. That'd be super useful.
While you're sitting in the chair?
While you're sitting in the chair.
But yeah,
that would make more sense than yours.
But that's not useful. It has to be longer. Yeah. Okay. Do you have more?
Oh, yeah, I could probably come up with more.
All right.
Will the more expensive summons like the demon be more powerful than other summons since it costs 7 million? But you know what? That demon, he's got a really good jump string.
He's like the jumpiest. He's the super jumpiest.
So yeah, the short version is the demon was supposed to be the strongest version, but apparently little testing was done on that to realize that his DPS is no good because he's really weak. but he's got great jump strength. So the demon will be getting some love. How far down the year is Chaos Tree Rebalance? That's actually going to involve a couple new spells or a couple new skills. It's probably I'm pushed behind due to a number of things going on right now, even aside from my health in terms of data center and other things that are consuming a lot of my time. But not too far off. I'll be the one that does it. This time, this release, my big focus was pets. I was hoping because it was a stupidly long release that I would have tons of time and get everything done, except all this other crap came up. We'll see when it comes up, but we'll just spit a little bit.
Fantastic.
So they can see it on camera. I needed to explain. All
right. Omnidon thanks me for answering his question about the world being a shard or the prime one, but he found my answer to be a bit chaotic. Me? What?
See, I need a gag like that.
More question. What, you need a gag like the?
They're out like. I guess I can say balance. I'm going to balance.
No.
Chaos Tree.
No, not. Wait, so you're gonna read the prize? Yeah, we have prizes. Do it.
Still watering.
Do it.
All right. The
cough on
prize goes to character. Congratulations, character. Oh wait, that's the top thing there. The Winter Pattern Glass Floor Lamp 3-pack digital. Good they clarified that, so we didn't think we were actually shipping them 3-pack of lights. Woofed congratulations. The Replenishing Aerial Palm Blue Fish Combo Fire
Works.
So you did.
It's cut off. Yeah.
Goes to
probably figured.
Tifa Lockhart. The 2018 Snowman Pack with Mustache goes to Urtai Vodalian. The 2018 Menorah goes to Access Denied. Oh, that's a good name. I like that one. The 2018 Yule Gift Box Set goes to Dreams. 2018 Winter Rares Mega Set goes to Things.
Dark Winter. I must ask you to stay in the Dark Winter. All right, congratulations, prize winners.
Oh,
prize winners.
That's on purpose, I think.
All right, to continue with what the question / statement from Omnidon. I always like the question that is the question statement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go to like a screening or like a town hall thing, you know, and the person stands up and to ask a question, and really they just like tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you know, well, I one day woke up and, you know, was walking to the fridge and blah, blah, you know, like, are you good? Do you have a question? Anyway, no, but Omnidon does have a question.
Stories.
But Omnidon actually does have a question. So Omnidon is trying to figure out the fiction history. There's plenty of evidence that this is Britannia Cesare approximately 500 years after the Guardian. No, it's not. No. There's also some evidence that this is a completely different parallel world. Correct. That's right. It's a different world. So my question is, has Novia always been the only one world, or was it once upon a time split into other worlds? Well, the real answer is, even if it was one or the other, it would have technically been both. Because depending on which reality you were in, it would have been one or the other, right? Because if we're talking about some other franchise, those timelines were both coexisted, right? So in one timeline there was a bunch of shards, and another timeline. So, but both are true. So there was one world and multiple worlds at the same time. So both is the answer, and none. Whoa, man. Okay.
My drugs aren't good enough to get it.
Yeah, you need to take better ones. All right. There you go. All right.
Simon Leban asked,
Hey, that's a good band. Duran Duran. All right.
I'm not going to do singing today. My throat
Yeah.
is cracked.
Okay.
I know people are sad.
Okay.
With the forthcoming ability to upgrade deeds in game for crowns, another crown or deed question. Will this apply to tax-free deeds? Tax-free deeds will probably be upgradable. You will not be able to upgrade from the thing that's going to be the sacred cow will be tax-free place anywhere. And that's just because it's one of those promises we made at some point saying that we would not do that. Most other things will be upgradable. The cost where it makes sense, again, going from tax-free to tax will cost about 2 years worth of rent. So basically you're prepaying 2 years worth of rent on it. And then for sizes, it'll be roughly the difference in cost between the two. Right. I'm not sure. I've got the numbers in a spreadsheet on my desk right now. They'll be reasonable.
So speaking of pricing, there was that discussion we were having earlier.
Which one? It's something we're going to tell them or say?
About pricing and stuff?
Yeah, what about it? Are we going to tell them about things?
So we've been getting so you might have noticed that we have lots of sales on the weekends, and of the 50% discount that we've been having for a while now, and we've been receiving lots of feedback from you guys, guidance on our pricing, and so one of the things we have been reviewing is the overall pricing structure of everything on our store.
You want me to tell you the player feedback? I can do it. I can impersonate it for you. The price is too damn high.
That's correct. So one of the things we are probably going to do to coincide with all the improvements that we're making to the Crown Store is an overall restructure of the pricing in the store. So you'll see that going live soon. Not exactly the same. In some cases, it's probably going to be exactly like the 50% that we're doing right now. In some cases, it might even be lower than that. In some cases, it might not be as low as that. It depends on the item on a case-by-case basis. But overall, it's going to be more in line with these weekend sales as the new normal. That the 50% pricing is going to be the new normal. For most items, although some items will maintain a premium price, but that's coming probably within the next 30 days.
And the strategy will be, again, we're not going to be doing, obviously we're not going to cut prices in half and then do 50% sales. We're trying to get rid of the sales.
Yeah.
We're trying to get it so it's reasonable prices at all time, then make sales something that they're much smaller and much less frequent, where it's not like every weekend we're doing something.
Yeah.
But we'll save the sales for Lord British's birthday and junk like that.
Yeah.
And the target price will probably be a little above the current 50% off will be the base price to leave us a little room to do some sales without undercutting things too much.
But some things are going to be even lower than the 50% in some cases.
That they won't go buy stuff. Don't listen to them. We're doubling the prices on everything. Buy now. Buy now.
The other thing that's going to happen too is that the stretch goals, because when we move everything into the store, into the game, we're the most likely scenario that we'll do is we'll move the stretch goals to an overall revenue model versus this weekend only, tied to the thing. It'll just be like everything, all the revenue we make in a month will be how we do the stretch goal. So
these all fall under don't lawyer me, bro. That's the current plan, but
right. These are the discussions we're having right now. And the final prices haven't been locked in yet, so don't lawyer us, bro. But just know that something in line with the 50% sales that we've been having on the weekends is probably going to be the new normal. So there you go. Beans spilled. I know. Transparency. Crazy. But we're never transparent. We're never transparent. We never tell people stuff. It's all lies. All right. Let's see. By the way, you guys are an awesome community. I don't know if we tell you guys enough of that, but thank you for being an awesome supportive community.
Except you. You're horrible.
Who are you pointing at?
I could tell.
Oh, okay. Dark Winter. That was really dark. Dark Winter. All right. Let's see. Scanning for more other questions. See. Oh, Shift PC. Why are intelligence-based consumables so much harder to craft than their dexterity and strength counterparts? Because that is a great question. Intelligence is tied to to focus, and since focus is one of the big drivers in combat balance, that's one of the reasons we've made that. But that's actually one of the things that fishing provides. So that's one of the big things we added when we added all the fishing recipes. Like those fishing recipes are intelligence buffs. So that filled in a bigger gap than we had. That was there before. So there are now more intelligent buff consumables. So that's generally why intelligence is harder to do than strength and dexterity. So any color to
no.
Yeah.
That's a B call thing. So,
but we could revisit. We could revisit that though. So
I was busy reading questions. Dungeon Lord Tazar asks, is there any information on the recipe blueprint for the Owl's Head Sewer Lich Room that appears to have never dropped over the past few releases?
I just gave you a cheer for that, by the way.
Yeah, I think it hasn't dropped. I searched too. It sure looks like it. That's another one where I need to go back in and dig into it. I thought I had fixed it multiple times.
Yeah, you marked it fixed, and then it's because I went and looked for that in Jira and marked fixed.
Okay. I think I gave a few out at some point, so I think those guys have probably been farming the crap out of that. It may be one that I go and do the thing I've done before where I just send out, see who's killed the thing, and then send out. Anyways, yes, I was torturing you. It is not in there.
Sorry. Bad Chris. All right. Let's see. Can we have the ability to reskin an artifact or use patterns on artifacts? That's from Z. Well, the issue is that artifacts are not craftable, and so the pattern system is based on the fundamental concept that the item that you're applying the pattern to is a crafted item. So that would be a major architectural change. So, but if we made that architectural change, that would remove a significant step that's in the current pattern system. So maybe, yeah, but not soon. Yeah. Okay.
Can we get dungeon stairs for the other types of blue-green ancient stone? Yeah, I've noticed that too. In my building out of stuff, I was trying to use those, and it looks really lame to have the blue dungeon and or the green or those things you can match, and then you get to these stairs, and it's like now I got to put in the old crappy stairs. It's a total deal breaker for me. Yeah, I think we should get some of those in too. As you saw, Travis is working on some stuff. He cranked those out pretty quick. He's getting better and better at building those. Can we get polymorph potions or randomly change you into an existing game creatures for fluff? So this would be really hard. Doesn't mean we can't do it. The thing that we probably could do is make it so you could do that as long as you stand still, and then when you move, it does something. Or maybe you can do it and then do dance emote. Dancing, so you turn into a bear and you do the dancing bear. Wait, that does the hind legs dance. But anyways, if we did that where we made the limitation of it stays on, but only until you move, that would be a lot easier. Because then we don't have to worry about the whole animation tree or what happens when you move forward or try to attack when you're a bear and all that stuff. That one seems more possible. Maybe I'll sneak that in just like I did the shrink stuff.
Yeah, if it was. Yeah, I mean, if we constrain what you could do as it, then maybe, yeah.
And obviously only in non-PvP pots or something like that. Kind of like the shrink and grow potion.
All right. Well, that is our live stream. I know. It feels like we just started. All right. That is our live stream for this week. We have one more for this release next Friday. We'll announce the theme early in the week. And then it'll be release 62 and release 61. The longest release ever. We'll miss it. So we have this weekend and next weekend for release 61, and then we'll be on to release 62.
And remember, we're going to double the prices of everything on the store. Go buy now.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, I meant to say that all the prices were going up.
Prices are too damn high.
Not that they were going down. That's what you're supposed to. That's what we're supposed to say. Right? Dark Winter. All right. Thank you, everyone. You're an awesome community. Everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy the cold weather while it lasts. Dark Winter. Dark Winter. See, that's when the scary music. That's when we need.